I think one of my inspirations to get into sci-fi in the first place was Ender's Game and Orson Scott Card, right? So, and I was telling Ingrid this story in text earlier. Anyway, I loved Ender's Game, and the last chapter of Ender's Game is called Speaker for the Dead, and book 2 in the Ender's Game series, original series, is called Speaker for the Dead, and then the last chapter in Speaker is called Xenocide, and I figured that the third book in the series was going to be called Xenocide, or maybe it was going to be called Third because it's the third book, and third is an epithet in Ender's world because you're not supposed to have more than 2 kids.
Right.
And so people would insult Ender calling him third. So I was infatuated with this idea, and we're living in the mountains of North Carolina. I told my dad I would love to talk to Card about it, and Card was I think a professor and a student at UNC Charlotte, and my dad was passing through Charlotte, and he went to the admissions office and he sweet talked the receptionist into giving him Card's phone number and address on a piece of paper. And my dad was a bit of a seat of the pants kind of guy too. And he brings it home, and he goes, "Hey Nathan, here's Card's info." And I was like, "What the hell?" So I get all ready and I call up Card, and he picks up the phone, and I say, "Is this Orson Scott Card?" And he goes, he starts laughing a little bit. He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Is this the Orson Scott Card?" "Yes, this is the." And so I explained to him my theory about Xenocide versus Third, and he goes, "Oh, actually, those were the 2 titles we were considering for the book, but we didn't think people would really understand Third because it's a little, obscure. So we're going to go with Xenocide." "Yeah, you're right." And I was like, "Wow, that's so cool. When's it going to come out?" And he goes, "Well, I got up from writing it to answer the phone." And I was like, "Oh, why don't you go back? Thanks, bye." So I said my goodbyes and I hung up. And so I interrupted him writing Xenocide. It's so funny.
That's
But I
really
haven't.
funny.
He's on Twitter right now. He's been active and he doesn't have many followers. And I've been meaning to make a YouTube of what I just told you. Maybe I'll clip this and send it
Put
to him.
that in there and
Just say
say
thank you for
hi.
being so kind.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I might do that. Say hey Orson, you're a huge inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah, we tacitly
That was
assume that
fun.
these celebrities and these icons that we adore are like overwhelmed with accolades, and we're just being
Yeah.
intrusive, and we're being another annoying fan asking for an autograph when maybe they're just like doing their thing and they appreciate an occasional hello.
I, you
You're
know,
awesome.
I've
And
got my first sci-fi book is out today, and he was the first sci-fi author I ever read, and I read almost everything he had ever written at the time. Uh, and his character Jane is, an early in the ear AI. It's fascinating. The whole thing's fascinating. I owe a
yeah.
lot to him in his inspirational work.